हम सबको कभी न कभी तो क्रोध आता ही और आएगा भी। मनुष्य इन्हीं भावों से हम जुड़े हैं। किंतु ये क्रोध क्यों आता है, कभी सोचा है आप? ये क्रोध तब आता है जब हमारे मन के अनुसार कुछ ना हो, जैसे कभी कोई हमारी बात ना माने या कभी हमें पराजय प्राप्त हो जाए। किंतु इन सारी परिस्थितियों में आधार एक ही है कि कहीं ना कहीं किसी न किसी स्थान पे हम दुर्बल हैं। क्रोध जन्म लेता है हमारी दुर्बलता से और फिर वो हमारी सबसे बड़ी दुर्बलता बन जाता है। यदि क्रोध को वश में न रखा जाए तो भ्रम जन्म लेता है। यदि भ्रम को वश में न रखा जाए तो विवेक व्याग्र होने लगता है और यदि व्याग्रता को वश में न किया जाए तो व्यक्ति का तर्क ही नष्ट हो जाता है। सोचने समझने की शक्ति शून्य हो जाती है और फिर उस व्यक्ति का पतन हो जाता है। इसलिए अपने क्रोध पर वश रखें और अपने मन को शांत होने के लिए करें। राधे राधे।
Shri Krishna also said it reflect our durbalta, means weak. Correct, na? And it happened because the root cause is when things not happen according to wish. Same thing we spoke earlier. जब हमारे अनुसार चीजें नहीं होती है, नहीं होती है, नहीं हो रही है और नहीं होता हुआ दिख रहा है, इन ऑल द केस वी गेट एंग्री ना। पास्ट के लिए भी, प्रेजेंट के लिए और फ्यूचर के लिए भी। करेक्ट ना? Why we get angry sometime on boss also or some people? Because we see something is not going to happen according to my wish. Job insecurity या फिर getting the rejection or anything होता है ना, जो फ्यूचर में it appears to be true, not according to our wish. Correct ना? So what is the root cause of anger? Dissatisfaction, or when things not happened, happening, or going to happen. This is the root cause. So we have to manage something, one thing, the manage this, what to do when things not happen according to our wish. And this is not reflect only in anger, it reflect in so many other emotion also, right? So let's get into presentation I have created, and then we will time to time discuss also. So share screen. Anger is danger. Learn, spelling is a mistake. Learn to diffuse it before it explode. No, it's a spelling mistake. And we are going to explore the science, risk, and a strategy to manage anger. Correct, na? Is there risk involved in anger?
Yes, too much.
Too much. Lot of risk. And we will talk about that also. Okay. So what is anger? It is a powerful emotion, right? Arise from various triggers. Remember, the point to be noted here is it arises from a trigger. There is always a trigger, and trigger is always very fast. Correct, na? Trigger is always fast. You would not get enough time even to think. Somebody was talking, na, like Revati, that you do not get, because it arises with trigger. So powerful emotion. Then it's a anger trigger the body's fight or flight response. What is fight or flight response? The moment in your body, the moment it's a trigger, you will have two response. Either to fight, as a fight, what would you do? No, scold, shout, or abuse, or sometimes physically also, or anything. Or you will flight, means
Go away.
run away. No, एंगर में, गुस्से में भी भाग जाते हैं ना कभी कभी. So that mind decides based on so many belief and other parameters. And it also, during that particular moment, it's increase the heart rate. It's increase the heart rate. And then cognitive factor is like it's a thought, belief, and perception can influence the intensity and duration of the anger. For example, your perception about what is going to happen or whatever person says, you perceive in a way that influence the intensity. Correct, na? The thought and your thoughts and belief about something. For example, सबसे ज्यादा हम गुस्सा किस पे होते हैं? The maximum we get angry on whom? Put in chat, everyone. Fill in the blanks. You, according to you, not for other. Uh, uh, we get angry on whom? Most. Kids, spouse. Very soft target, na? And very safe target also. And very, genuine target also. Maximum they get angry on them only. Bechare. So do you see they are the target? Huh? So based we get angry because of we have some belief or thought process about something, and that when we see things not getting in getting things not happening according to your thoughts or belief, and then you get angry. That belief or thought influences your anger. And for example, नाइट में यू हैव थॉट और बिलीव दैट नाइट में 10 o'clock के बाद में मोबाइल नहीं यूज करना है या लैपटॉप यूज नहीं करना है, एंड इफ योर किड्स इज यूजिंग यू विल गेट एंग्री. और इफ समथिंग योर स्पाउस सेज which is against your belief or thoughts, you get angry. Correct? So this influence our thoughts and belief influence our intensity of anger and duration also, right? Then the danger of unmanaged anger. If anger is not managed or controlled, what would be the, how it could be dangerous? Uncontrolled anger can lead to outburst, conflict, and decreased productivity. Is this happening at workplace? Outburst. It affect the relationship, personal, profession, even social relationship also it affect. Do you feel that people who get often angry, they have less friend? People try to avoid them.
Yes. Yes.
The worst thing is that with the people who get angry is that they are unpredictable. You cannot predict.
Mm.
Suddenly some angry, suddenly very happy. Unpredictable. And of course, it affect health also. Mostly cardiovascular issues and mental health problem related to anger. So relationship, profession and health, तीनों चीजों का affect कर रहा है. And ultimately it will affect your growth, money and wealth. Right? See, legal risk also. Anger involves legal risk. Harassment claims, workplace violence incidents. Has this happened? Have you come across any case or incidents where because of anger people has to go through legal case also? Happened na? So many things. Many of the people who are in Tihad, they say कि ऐसा कुछ हुआ था फैमिली में और मुझे गुस्सा आ गया और मैंने मार दिया सामने वाले को. गुस्सा आ गया एंड मार दिया और बाद में रियलाइज हुआ. So there is a true story. What happened? There was a man from Kerala. He was working in Gulf. Okay. And during vacation, he came to India. and he bought a new BMW, and it was at home. One fine morning, like when he was coming home from outside, when he reached home, he saw some scratching, sound. When he reached to his car, some sound was coming, and then he looked around and he found his son was scratching on new BMW with something scratching. And then what would happen? He got angry and he found something and he hit with that, and his son's finger got cut. And then he has to take his son to hospital, and he was admitted. When he was coming back, and then when he looked his car again, and son was writing, he was writing son on screen on a car, Papa, I miss you, I love you. And the moment he saw this, what would happen? What would be any father's response to this when he would see? What would be his reaction? Can you put in chat? Usually, what do you think? What would be his action, reaction, or next step? Father ka. Put in chat, or emotional, upset, realize his mistake. What else? Guilt, regret, tears. You know what this person did? He committed suicide. Real story. So risky, anger. So this is the impact on health. Anger का जो health है, high blood high BP, then tension, shallow breathing, all these things, digestive system को affect and all. It mostly affect cardiovascular issue, then gastrointestinal problems, weaken immune system, mental health challenge. What you say, Dr. Pankaj and Dr. Venkatesh? Health पे effect of anger? Are
Yes,
these
definitely. It will impact in all the organs of our body
yes,
because it will cause a stress, a release of a stress hormone, and ultimately it will decrease our immune system and everything will be there.
blockages, sometime blood flow will increase, sometime heart attack, blockage, all these things, gastro gastro related issues. So it affect health. So people who are angry, you would find some issue in their health. So actually anger, do you know the fact is that anger is not an emotion. It's not a primary emotion. Anger is oftenly secondary emotion. Anger is the result of something. Anger is not direct. There is no direct anger. That's why we call it anger is a secondary emotion. Till now you mentioned, na, most of you said that anger is emotion. But actually, anger is not a primary emotion. It is a secondary emotion. Oftenly, mostly, it is a result of something. How many of you are angry?
External ones.
Huh?
External events.
External?
Events.
It can cause, but we are talking about emotion. Anger is secondary emotion. It is caused due to some other emotion, some emotion. So let me show you the anger iceberg. What is iceberg? Below, on surface you see something, but below that there is a huge, there are many things.
One ninth of the portion has been inside the ocean.
So let's see the good. So let's see the anger iceberg. This is the anger iceberg. The on top you see is the anger, but below what are other emotions? Hurt, fear, sad, frustration, Hmm? These are the emotions.
Hmm.
So let's go one by one. Hurt. The moment you feel hurt, you will get angry. You express anger. Feeling emotionally wounded by someone's action, word, or neglect. That is hurt. So, what would happen when someone words will affect you, or their neglect affect you, you would get angry. But actually, you will feel hurt, and your expression would be angry. The feeling would be hurt, and expression will be anger. Fear. Many of the time, whenever you see fear, you experience fear in your body. What fear? Fear of loss of something, loss of money or relationship or loss of your image or reputation or whatever. The moment you have fear of loss something or failure, you feel that I'm getting about to get fail or rejected or any unknown thing, you also get angry. Frustration. Many times happen, frustration. What are the frustration? When goals are blocked or situation feel out of control, you get frustration, na?
Hmm.
When you want to do something, but you are blocked. When you are when you have to reach somewhere urgently, but road is blocked, means you can't do anything. What do you feel? Frustrated. When you are losing the control, frustrated, and that also result into anger. Shame or guilt. You can take snapshot also. This one last में. Someone can take snapshot and share in group. So shame or guilt, feeling of unworthiness, embarrassment or regret. Sadness. Sadness. Have you seen when people lost something and that time also people get angry? एग्जाम में फेल हो गया, angry. A grief of deep sadness might be too difficult to express directly. During that sadness also people express anger. Rejection, feeling dismissed or excluded. Rejection means dismiss of idea or excluded. When someone not involve you in the conversation or in the meeting or in the party or whatever, you also get angry, excluded, right? Then insecurity. The moment you Mhm. Insecurity, that also result into anger. When you feel overwhelmed, like sometime or maybe in some time Manjali will feel overwhelmed because she's cooking also, kids are around, they are also asking something, and if a spouse comes or someone else comes, she can outburst. That I want to attend the session, but you so overwhelmed, be emotionally or mentally overwhelmed. That time also people get angry. Do you get angry in such situation, Manjali, when you are doing multiple things? And
Not in multiple things, but these things I can manage because I
manage.
make them listen.
Good. Then powerlessness. When you see less power, unable to influence or change, तब भी गुस्सा आता है ना? With colleague or with junior especially. When with your subordinate, when you are feeling that your power is on stake, they are not valuing you, वो आपकी बात नहीं मान रहे हैं. Do you get angry in that situation with juniors? Or have you seen people getting angry on juniors, subordinate? हाँ? अरे मैं बॉस हूँ, मेरी बात सुनो, मैं बोल रहा हूँ ना. Oh. So then disappointments. What is disappointment? Unmet expectation. जो root cause जो हमने बताया. Especially those tried to tied to important people or situation. Important situation में भी आपका expectation अगर meet नहीं हो रहा है और important people से भी अगर आपका expectation meet नहीं हो रहा है, then also you have disappointment and which result into anger. Then resentment, holding on to past grievance or injustice. दिस इज वन ऑफ द रीजंस। जब हम किसी से नाराज होते हैं ना, किसी और इशू को लेकर के, देन वी गेट ऑल्सो वी गेट एंग्री, करेक्ट ना? So these are the emotion, and what we have to do with this emotion? Deal with it or manage it. So the hack is that, the idea is that, the smartness is that, don't try to manage your anger. Try to manage these emotions. What you say? अगर आपने इन सभी को मैनेज करना सीख लिया और समझने लगा तो एंगर होगा ही नहीं। एंगर को मैनेज करना मतलब समथिंग इज देयर एंड देन यू मैनेज, राइट? सो एंगर अगर आ ही गया है, देन अब पछताए होत क्या जब चूड़ियां चुग गई खेत। तो एंगर को मैनेज करना इज नॉट कॉल्ड एंगर मैनेजमेंट, इट्स कॉल्ड कवर अप। एक्चुअली में once you are get angry and after then after that when you try to manage ना, that is not anger management, that is actually cover up। जैसे बच्चों पे गलती हो गया ना, अरे मैं तो बच्चा, मैं तो ये कर रहा था, मैं देखो मैं ये हूँ, ये ले लो चॉकलेट ले लो, ये कर दूंगी, क्या है ये? कवर अप है ना। हम्म।
Hmm.
तो I would say don't try to manage anger, try to manage those emotions. Because again, I'll repeat, to manage something, something has to be on surface, right? और अगर सरफेस पे ऑलरेडी एंगर आ गया तो फिर उसको मैनेज करके फायदा क्या है? टेल मी इफ यू आर, आई एम टेलिंग यू समथिंग नेक्स्ट लेवल का थिंग। अगेन आई वुड से, if you try to manage your anger, means anger has to come on surface, means you are already expressed, and then you have, when you are trying to manage, then फायदा क्या है? To manage something, it has to be there, right? How many of you are getting it what I am saying? किसी चीज को मैनेज करने के लिए वो होना चाहिए, एग्जिस्ट करना चाहिए। एग्री? हाँ? तो अगर आप एंगर को मैनेज करोगे मतलब आप ऑलरेडी एंग्री हो चुके हो, उसके बाद मैनेज कर रहे हो, तो उसका फायदा क्या है? फिर वो कवर अप हो गया ना। So the smart people, a smartness would be, instead of focusing on anger, you focus on these, manage these. What you say? Let me know. This is very important slide। अगर मैं सिर्फ दो ही स्लाइड पूरे सेशन में ना, इंपॉर्टेंट है कि ये, और दूसरा ऑलरेडी मैं शेयर कर चुका है वीडियो में। अगर कुछ इंपॉर्टेंट है, अगर इसको आपने समझ लिया ना, देन यू आर सॉर्टेड। क्योंकि अभी तक हम क्या कर रहे थे? एंगर को मैनेज कर रहे थे। सो एवरीवन टेल मी, Manjali, Harshvardhan, do you think, what you think, what would be the smart idea to manage anger or manage these emotions?
Managing these emotions is better.
बिकॉज अगर इसको मैनेज किया तो एंगर होगा ही नहीं,
Yeah.
और एंगर हो गया तो फिर उसको मैनेज करके फायदा क्या? करेक्ट ना? फिर वही बात, अब पछताए होत क्या जब चूड़ियां चुग गए खेत। एंड बाद में एंगर मैनेजमेंट वुड बी नॉट ए मैनेजमेंट बट इट्स अ कवर अप। सो टेक स्नैपशॉट ऑफ दिस स्लाइड and deal with it and manage it। few emotions you have to manage and few emotions you have to deal, correct na? Out of this, overwhelmed, disappointment, resentment, these are the major reason of anger। 11, ये 11 प्लेयर हैं, 11 खिलाड़ी हैं जो आपके एंगर को खेल रहे हैं। ओके, क्लियर है? एनी क्वेश्चन एनीवन हैज, और एनीवन feel that something more can be added, or you think all the reason of getting angry is covered here? Unmute and say, this is the most important slide।
Yeah, I can resonate with it. All good.
So take snapshot and focus on this। maybe take print out। इतना अच्छा slide है, अच्छा दिख रहा है ना? Mostly all my slide are in green yellow color, but this angry I prepared because anger का होना चाहिए रेड है। Okay, now So, there are various types of anger. Anger is also, there are various types. And if you understand this type of anger, then you will be able to manage also. So anyone knows the type of anger? कितने टाइप के एंगर होते हैं? क्योंकि अभी तक तो पता था एंगर एंगर एंगर, बट देर आर टाइप ऑल्सो एंगर का. एक तो हमने जाना कि एंगर सेकेंडरी इमोशन है, उसके पीछे अंडरलाइंग कुछ और रीजन है. वो क्या है? वो सारे इमोशंस है. उसको मैनेज कर लिया, डील कर लिया, तो एंगर होगा ही नहीं. वो क्या सुधर करना है. दूसरा, एंगरी का टाइप भी है, डिफरेंट डिफरेंट टाइप ऑफ एंगर. सो हु कैन शेयर सम टाइप ऑफ एंगर?
So yes, sir, we are angry and we are showing that we are angry and we are reacting according to the situation. And the second thing is, second type of anger is we are angry, but we are not trying to reveal it. We are concealing all the anger inside us.
Very good.
Internally there is lot of anger, but we are trying to depict that we are calm. That is
So basically two type, either silent or violent.
Okay.
करेक्ट ना? टू टाइप यू मेंशन कि अदर साइलेंट और वायलेंट. वो स्पेशली मेन के साथ होता है एंड स्पेशली रिलेशनशिप में होता है. वेरी गुड, यू मेंशन. वन इज एक्सप्रेसिव, basically violent, and second is not expressive, that is silent. So two type. Any other type anyone can add? I have listed 10 type of anger, so let me tell you.
Okay.
So anyone can just try to recognize. Dr. Pankaj has identified two very important type of anger. What about you? Can you identify any other type of anger?
One thing I noticed with kids is attention needing anger. Like they'll do something angry so that we can grab some attention of parents. One thing.
Attention seeking.
Yeah.
Okay.
That happens with old age also.
Okay.
So child and old age are same, na?
Yeah.
So there is one day I'll make a session. Like child ka age 1 to 3 year to 18 year. And then from 60, so 61 is actually 1 year.
Hmm.
No, the
Okay.
61 is 18 year. Decrement mein, it as a 18 year. 6, at the age of 61 year, people would behave, react as a 18 year. एंड जैसे जैसे उनका एज बढ़ेगा तो उनका जो है ना एनर्जी थोड़ा 5 ईयर 1 ईयर 2 ईयर तरफ होने लगेगा. इसलिए बोलते हैं ना, इंडिया में कुछ तो बोलते हैं वर्ड. सो इट्स लाइक दैट, यू विल फील exact, most of the things will match like this. Okay, so things whatever happen, child and old age similar, same kind of expectation, same kind of attention seeking, love, comparison, like a child, it happened natural. So let me show you the types of anger. And so the first one is a passive anger, not expressed openly or directly, what Dr. Pankaj says, internalized or displayed through indirect action such as sarcasm, silent treatment, or procrastination. For example, someone feels angry but does not confront the person directly. Instead, they make passive aggressive comment or avoid dealing with the situation. It is a passive anger. How many of time you have expressed this? Have you realized?
Yes, many times.
Spouse mostly होता है passive anger. Mostly.
In friends also this happens, I realized.
In friends also?
Yeah.
And with senior also we do like this. Like somebody is senior to us, because we cannot be violent, we cannot express. So what we do? Silent. Wherever with senior or the people who has more power, with them we express passive anger. Okay, silent anger. Next is aggressive anger. Uska ulta. Involves outward expression of anger, often in hostile or violent manner. It may involve yelling, physical violence, or aggressive gestures.
Immediate reaction.
Correct ना? For example, person shouts at a or threatens other. Mostly shouts से ज्यादा threaten. देख लूंगा, जानता नहीं है तू कौन, तू जानता नहीं मैं कौन हूँ, रुक बताता हूँ. When they feel angry or out of control, right? So passive and aggressive. Next is assertive anger. Assertive anger. Healthy expression of anger. It involves communicating feeling of anger directly and calmly without aggression or passively. For example, you are angry, but you express with the person with silent in a right manner. समझाते हैं ना उनको जब बोलते हैं, वाइस विद इन द बाउंड्री. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, आपका नेबर के साथ कुछ हो गया या फिर को पैसेंजर के साथ हुआ, व्हेन यू आर डिससेटिस्फाइड, somewhere where some at those places where you cannot fight or flight, but still you have to deal with it. So assertive anger, healthy expression of anger. Happen ना? Any example? आपके क्लाइंट के साथ कभी कभी बोलते होंगे, हिमांशु, अंदर तो ऐसी बातें बोल रहा है लेकिन अंदर से मन में तो गुस्सा आ रहा है कि कोई होता तो फोड़ दें, लेकिन फिर भी हेल्दी आप उसको एक्सप्रेस करते हो.
एक्चुअली आज ही हो गया, थोड़ा सा मेरे को गुस्सा आ गया फोन पे सुबह एक
हाँ.
क्लाइंट के साथ बात करते करते।
हाँ, तो कैसे डील किया उसको? न तो एग्रेसिव था, न पैसिव था, बट एक्सप्लेन किया होगा. तो हेल्दी एक्सप्रेशन, राइट? देन इज chronic anger, prolonged or ongoing anger that is directed at people, situation or life in general. It often lead to bitterness, frustration or resentment. इसका एग्जांपल दो आप, प्रोलॉन्ग्ड एंगर का. prolonged anger, this is very important. Any example of prolonged anger?
I can give one, which is like, let's say if kids want to get some married and parents are not interested, then they'll show anger for longer period.
हाँ, and
Something
also
like that.
kids पे
Could be,
many time they
not
get
sure.
angry for same issue because वो मानता ही नहीं है कई समय से. लेट्स से मोबाइल हर रोज मना करते हैं, हर रोज नहीं करता है, या उसको हर रोज कुछ करने बोलते हैं, हर रोज नहीं करता है. और मे बी इन कलीग, सम कलीग यू ऑलरेडी हैव दिस फीलिंग दैट कि वो तो गलत करता ही है, करेगा ही. तो सामने वाले ने सही भी किया हो ना, तो और किसी ने बोला भी ना थोड़ा सा कि उसने ऐसा किया, तो मान ही लेते हैं. प्रोलॉन्ग्ड एंगर.
But we will not show that anger, right? If it is on colleagues or anything, it's more like you accept it. It's not, you don't have anger on it, but you just accept it.
It will not express, but look at here, what will happen? Bitterness, frustration or resentment. We will have the resentment in our heart. उस पर्सन के प्रति नाराजगी, उसको एक्सप्रेस नहीं करेंगे, बट इन हार्ट देयर विल बी बिटरनेस. करेक्ट ना? सभी में हमको फाइट और फ्लाइट नहीं है ना, बिटरनेस
In
भी
a
है.
way, we are suppressing the anger.
यस.
So this is where I was concerned.
You can say expressing or not, it could be suppressive or expressive also, but the thing is that there is a bitterness or frustration.
Yeah, that was my concern actually. We keep many a times we keep suppressing the anger, but then sometimes it happens, it explodes.
Correct.
And even the suppression leads to ill health.
Correct.
Affects the health, no?
हाँ.
So कभी कभी तो गुस्सा निकाल देना अच्छा ही है ना.
हाँ, अच्छा है, बिल्कुल अच्छा है. सामने वाले को नहीं दिखाते तो आई कम टू द सोल्यूशन ना, कि कहाँ कहाँ गुस्सा दिखाना है, कैसे दिखाना है. विल कम, बट हियर वी आर जस्ट रिकॉग्नाइजिंग.
many a times क्या होता है कि सामने वाले को रियलाइज ही नहीं होता है, अगर हम गुस्सा नहीं करेंगे तो सामने वाले को रियलाइज होता ही नहीं कि वो कुछ गलत कर रहे हैं, गलती हो रही है. उनको
Correct.
लगता है वो सब सही है, सब सही जा रहा है,
हाँ.
थिंग्स आर फाइन.
अब ये तो आपके ऊपर है कि सामने वाले को गुस्से होकर के बताना है या दूसरे तरीके से भी बताना है. अगर अगर अपना ऑब्जेक्टिव बताना है तो बगैर गुस्से हुए भी बताया जा सकता है, अगर ऑब्जेक्टिव बताना है तो.
Intensity is not mean,
Okay.
that-
Okay. It depends. Situation to
it doesn't
situation.
work sometimes.
हाँ, it depends. अब कोई मारने आएगा किसी को, या कोई हर्ट करने आ रहा है, या छेड़ने आया, या चुराने आया, तो जाहिर सी बात है उसको हम प्यार से तो समझाएंगे नहीं. तो डिपेंड ना, सिचुएशन एंड ऑल. यू आर राइट. So this is chronic anger, and then explosive anger. Sudden and intense outburst of rage that may seem disproportionate to the situation. Verbal और physical aggression. Just अभी मैंने थोड़ी देर पहले जो बोला ना, कि कोई पॉकेट मार रहा है या कुछ गलत कर रहा है. Suddenly loses their temper over a minor inconvenience, sorting to breaking. Minor, or it could be major inconvenience also. Happen ना. Explosive. कोई आप चल रहे हो रास्ते पे और आकर के आपको टकरा दिया और आकर के धक्का मार दिया या कुछ भी. Sometimes it happen explosive. It is a sudden and intense outburst. It are like explosive anger. Can everyone come on video and let me know if it is helpful? Okay. Then other are like self-inflicted anger. Self-inflicted. What is self-inflicted anger? खुद पे आता है ना. Guilt, regret, सेल्फ हार्म. अरे मेरे से तो ये हो गया, होता है ना ये सेल्फ इन्फ्लिक्टेड एंगर.
I
फीलिंग
used
एंग्री
to have.
ऑन सेल्फ फॉर मेकिंग मिस्टेक्स एंड इट लीड टू नेगेटिव सेल्फ टॉक. करेक्ट.
Yeah, this happens many times.
सो दिस इज आल्सो वन टाइप ऑफ एंगर.
Yes.
देन वोलेटाइल एंगर, ये बहुत अच्छा है. इट्स कम्स, appears and disappears like
इसमें भी
bubble.
mentality.
Calm down quickly also during a small mistake and rapidly. So this one. Then judgmental anger, feeling superior or morally outraged. It involves criticism and harsh judgment of others. When others does not meet their high expectation or behave in a way they deem unexpected. If you are a boss and if your team member have not completed the task and not meeting the deadline and all, then overwhelmed anger, जिसकी हम बात कर रहे थे. Unable to cope up with the pressures, and this overwhelm caused frustration and irritability. Okay, so these are the type of anger. Anyone has anything? Are you with me? So far? So let's move towards the explanation and solution part. Then the other anger is that direct response to feeling wronged, hurt, or threatened. Right? So these are the types of anger I'll share. Then it also affects the decision making. Emotional arousal, impaired, and rash decision. Decision making in the anger, we will take wrong decision also. So when you are happy, do not promise. बोलते हैं. And when you are angry, what?
Do not react.
So it affect in these ways. And then workplace में, and what are the consequences at workplace? It will affect productivity, then relationship, and these are the legal risk, right? At workplace. Relationship में damage teamwork, and it affect loss. It affect respect also, respect and trust. Then it's constructive communication, seek understanding, take a break. These are the at workplace. Not so important. I'll coming to solution. Diffusing angry situation. How you can diffuse? Effective communication, like by active listening, validation, and compromise. Again, these are the diffusing consciously. Now, this is very important. Anger you can reframe as a opportunity. How many successes, how many story you know that people got angry and then created out of anger something good? Do you know such a story? Anything? In anger, somebody has taken anger as a opportunity or reframed it an opportunity. Anyone has any example? Then I'll tell you my personal example. What I did, what happened. Anyone? So that if you know one, then you can create others also more. Event of anger you can reframe as a opportunity. Any example? So I'll tell you, then you can say, yes, Umanjali, you want to share or? Okay. So what happened when I was in grade 9? So in the summer vacation, my elder brother, it was year 1992 or 3. He came on summer vacation after 10th exam and I was in 9th. So he asked me, I was sitting and he was teaching me and he asked me definition of force or some question of physics and I could not answer. And he got angry and he slapped me on my thigh and I was wearing half pant. So अगर हाफ पैंट कपड़ा नहीं है और किसी ने अगर थाई पे मारा होगा तो सोचो कितना लगा होगा. Out of anger he did. And as a response, I also got angry. And what I did? I
Learned that.
huh?
Learned the lessons well.
I did nothing. No, usually I could have I did not have habit to fight with my elder brother, but I said very aggressively and angry. हिंदी में बोलता हूँ, जो बोला तो वही बोलता है. बोला हूँ, काहे को गुस्सा हो रहे हैं, बड़ा घमंड है, आप टॉप आने वाले हैं, मैं आपसे ज्यादा नंबर ला के दिखाता हूँ 10th में. तो by the time he appears in 10th, it was declared that he will be topper. Okay, and हर कोई यही चर्चा करता था कि he will be topper. So I said, मैं आपसे ज्यादा नंबर ला के दिखाता हूँ. And that was the day I decided to study and seriously. उसके पहले तक I used to miss almost all the classes. Entire 8th में और 9th में हार्डली 1 साल में मैं 5 दिन क्लास गया होगा, बाकी मैं मिस करता था. घर से निकलता था और मूवी देखने और कहीं इधर उधर. And then I decided that I'll study. It was actually 10th. I was in 10th. It was 93. He passed in 93. 10th अप्रैल एंड 94 में मार्च में एग्जाम होना था, राइट? सो ऑलमोस्ट 10 मंथ 11 मंथ आई डिड ओनली वन थिंग. उसमें बहुत बड़ा क्वेश्चन बैंक आते थे, जा करके लेके सारे सब्जेक्ट का अलग करके 10-12 सब्जेक्ट और दिन रात पढ़ना उसको. कॉन्सेप्ट समझा नहीं समझा कुछ भी, लेकिन दिन रात पढ़ता था. सुबह 4 बजे उठ करके मैंने पहली बार पढ़ना चालू किया और हमेशा पढ़ाई, काम पढ़ाई, घर के काम, खेत का काम, पढ़ाई. और लिटरली आई हैड 74%. उनका 74% में ही परसेंटेज, जो डेसिमल के बाद का जो नंबर है ना, उनका ज्यादा है मेरा ज्यादा है मुझे नहीं पता, बट आई वाज आल्सो हैविंग 74%. बिहार में 94 में 10th में 74% लाना इज लाइक बहुत बड़ी बात होती थी, बहुत ही टफ होते थे क्वेश्चन. सो दिस इज एंगर एज ए अपॉर्चुनिटी. नाउ आई एम हैप्पी अबाउट दैट कि उसने मुझे मारा, नहीं तो मैं ऐसे ही टाइम पास करता रहता, हो सकता फिर पास भी नहीं होता. आप समझ रहे हो? क्योंकि मेरा ऑलरेडी आदत था कि मैं स्कूल नहीं जाना, पढ़ना नहीं. लेकिन बिकॉज ऑफ दैट इंसिडेंस एटलीस्ट आई बिकेम सीरियस.
It was a healthy result of anger.
हाँ,
It was a healthy result of anger.
हाँ, anger. He got angry, I also got angry, but I took as a opportunity. So anyone has any example, I can give more also, But anyone else has such example?